Have you ever wanted to fit into a crowd, a group of people, a group of friends, and as you're trying to fit in, you're telling yourself, this is not me, I'm getting molded into another person? Today's discussion is going to be about that. We're going to be talking about the dangers of wanting to fit in, the harms it causes you, the mental distress, and future distress. Let's begin with segment 1 of this video. We as humans want to fit in to our social groups, to what we feel is cool, to the people that are cool, you know? You look at this group of Eshes at Westfield Shopping Center as a fucking 14-year-old boy and you're like, damn, I wouldn't mind wearing tech fleece and hanging out with those people. If you're Australian, you would understand the reference. Why is that the case? Why do we want to fit in? Because we feel lonely inside. Because if we don't fit in, we feel like people want to judge us, that we can't lead ourselves and make a personality of our own. We want people to lead us and mold us because we have simple brains. We want a tribe leader at top, and for your case, if you're watching this video, you most likely don't want to be the tribe leader, or you haven't made the innate effort to be a tribe leader. For example, let's say you're going out with a friend to a restaurant and you're talking to them saying, you pick. No, you pick, that's where we go. And no one ends up picking, or one person might end up picking. We automatically see them as our superior. And why were we scared to pick? Because we're scared that we might get kicked out of that social group because of the bad decision we made. Obviously that's not going to happen, but that's what's the processy in our human brain. Second point, you might get invited to a certain party. Here's another point that you might want to fit in. You go, some guy offers you fucking Adderall or whatever drug there is. If you're rich, you'll get offered cocaine. And if you say no, you're gonna be seen as, oh, well, this guy's a bit fucking lame, isn't he? He doesn't do it. Well, that's what is going on through your head. Or, well, that happens in a lot of cases as well. People might call you lame. People might call you names. Oh, you're a pussy, you're not gonna do the drug. Come on. A lot of people get addicted merely because of people and their friends, because they wanted to fit in. We'll talk more about that in the further segments. Second segment, the fear of rejection. I'm going to tell a story time about my friend. So, last week I got a text saying, yo, can you do me a favor? I was like, okay, sure, no worries. What's the problem? He said, I'm getting into a fight next week with a bunch of gangs, as in his gang and another gang. And he wanted a knife. He wanted a weapon. I myself, I'm a collector. So I don't do this shit to harm other people, but I have quite a collection of my own weapons. So he reached out to me asking for one. I went along with it. I said, no worries, what can I get for you? And he said, get me like a 12-inch knife. And I started going on this rant. Oh, your parents are fucking doctors. You're living this lavish life. You're living in a good town. You're living in a good area. Why the fuck do you want to get into this? And he was like, no, this fight is big. It's the boys. I could tell from his voice, he didn't want to fight. And by the way, the fight ended up getting cancelled anyway, so that's what's the funny thing, because these gangs are mere pussies. And they just want to fit in to one another. They're a bunch of lost teenagers that want to fit in. They want to fit into this new culture, this new music, the drill. Oh, man's got a 15 blade up his ass. That's what they want to do. He said he want to put the knife in his shorts and bang it out whenever, the ops pull up on it. And I merely laughed at him. Never was gonna give him the knife anyway, because I'm not a fucking idiot. But yet again, he hasn't changed because of the fear of rejection, because of his desire to fit in. You see, if that kid went on with that fight, took out my knife, and killed somebody, imagine the limit of growth and opportunities in his life. He would have a criminal record, a whatever. And this has happened to so many people, man. This has happened to so many motherfuckers out there. Gangs in America, people who've become alcoholics. My own dad, for this fucking sake. He's not a criminal, he's not an alcoholic, but he was pretty alcoholic, you would say. Couple years back, but not anymore, luckily, thank God. But he is a smoking addict, not as severe as before, obviously, because his friends are no longer around to tell him to smoke, but he always smokes when people offer him a cigarette. You know why he doesn't reject it? Because of his fear that his friends might no longer accept him. That, oh, this guy doesn't smoke a cigarette with us. Come on, Abdul, come smoke a cigarette with us. Come do some vape with us. Come to the shisha lounge with us. Come get fucked up on a Sunday night so you can go drowsy to work on a Monday. Be authentic. And that's what the next segment will be about. Embrace your authenticity and self-identity. You see, when we go around people, a mask shows up. We're around our parents, we're a lot better. We don't swear, we don't do this shit. But while we go around our friends, we become this whole new gangster character. We become a new person. We're no longer that thing. You see, the art of authenticity is a big art. I used to be very inauthentic. I used to go along with what people said. I used to be molded. But, fuck that. Who gives a fuck about their judgment? About the public opinion's judgment? Starting this YouTube channel used to be operated a couple years back when I was a kid. And there was a bunch of my old stupid videos, which, one day you guys might get to see. But my friends still follow this channel. I was thinking to myself, what my fucking Kyle think back from year 3. And I'm like, bro, who gives a fuck? That was fucking what? 2014, 2015? Who gives a shit what Kyle thinks? Who gives a shit what my dad is gonna think if I say I'm gonna be a YouTuber when I grow up? I want to be a philosopher. No one's gonna take me seriously if I say I want to be the next fucking Marcus Aurelius. Nobody. That's why you will miss a lot of opportunity in your life if you want to fit in with people. For example, the case of doing drugs. If you go to a party, do drugs just because someone offered you, bro, you're fucking yourself up. That's not you, man. You don't want to do the drug. You don't want to do the alcohol. The people are making you do it. You see, I want you to take action. So this segment is about authenticity. So I'm going to give you a few tips on how you can be your authentic self and accept yourself for who the fuck you are. Take initiative. Grab your fucking balls, grab your clitoris if you're a woman, and fucking take control of your life. It's so simple. It sounds so simple, yet it is. Think, who is the person I would be if no one here was alive? No one was alone. No one was here. I'm in my own room. Who am I? That's the person you want to show others. That's the innate goal. That's the enlightened person's goal, or the enlightened person's destination. They are not one for other people. They are who they want to be. If you tell your friends your goal, you want to start a YouTube channel, you want to start a business, Then they end up laughing at you. Ha ha ha. Jared wants to start a fucking business. What a blatant loser. You're gonna stay with us, man? Haha. Bob tried to do that. He couldn't. And then, 6 months later, your friend calls you fucking whatever his name was, and asks you, oh, how's the business going? You might be working on it. And then, yeah, oh, you didn't make it? Oh, what a fucking shame. Welcome to the real world, buddy. It's so sad. Why do people want to mold us? Because they are afraid that you are gonna get ahead of them. You see, a couple years ago, it was year 7, and the teacher asked me, what is your goal? It was some stupid class, and I was in it, and I said, my goal is to start a business. And the teacher, he ignored that goal. He looked to my face as if I'm a fucking fraud. Because why? Because he is a fucking loser. He hasn't done shit with his life. He's 25, was a working fucking slave, doesn't like his job. He's being masterminded by a bunch of students. Students are the teachers. Teachers are just a bunch of fucking patrol officers. They're bullshit. People are bullshit. They're just a bunch of patrol officers. You see, in the case of school is like a nightclub, and teachers are like bouncers. In the case of your own mind, people are like bouncers, and you are the club people. The bouncer tries to, dress code your outfit. Oh, you can't come in with tracksuits? Or maybe I might like my tracksuit. Maybe I might like sweatpants. Why do I gotta wear a dress? Well, because that's how they want you to be. That's how they want to dress you. It's so fucking sad, man. How to be authentic. If you made it to this part of the video, I am genuinely blessed, because no one will. Most likely. So if you have, drop a comment and say, fuck the world. Or say fucking whatever you want. Seek authentic relationships. Everyone says you're gonna be the top 5 people you hang around with. And to the average person, I 100% agree. But once you start to get onto the path of enlightenment, you don't get affected by other people. But since you're not currently enlightened, because then you wouldn't be watching this fucking video, I want you to listen to this very closely. I was listening to a Robert Greene, a little podcast thing, and he said, go behind your friends and scare them. And how they first see you is their authentic reaction to who you are as a person. That glimpse nanosecond of how they act is who you are, You might surprise them. They might be scared, but they might be happy, Obviously, take this with a little bit of a grain of salt, but how they see you in that surprise reaction is innately how they see you in reality. You want to seek authentic relationships with people who are themselves, who want you to improve, who want you to be you, not a different character, who don't want you to be them. You will notice this. When someone is trying to mold you, stay away. Stay the fuck away. Because there's no point continuing. Because you will not be you. You're gonna get molded by someone else. You're gonna get molded into your friend group. And you're gonna have all these deep inside things. Oh, I wanna be this. Oh, maybe, guys, we should go to McDonald's. Oh, no. I think we should go to KFC, guys. Let's go to KFC. Well, I don't want to go to KFC, you say in your head. And then you're getting molded by others. You see, if your friend wanted to go to McDonald's and you wanted to go to KFC, the real one would say, we'll go to KFC next time, but let's go Macca's this time. So that was quite a shitty example, but what I'm trying to say is people who want to also satisfy your needs or your personality and not what they want to be, not what they want to see you be, is what I'm trying to say. See, I'm feeling like I'm rambling a little bit, but I'm gonna conclude all my points here. Please be yourself. It sounds simple. Be around others who are themselves, who are not other people, or who are not like their friends. When you see a group of people and they're all like each other, that doesn't exist, because we're all fucking different. Stay away from those people. Stay away from the crowd, the ones that all dress the same, look the same, feel the same. You know? No point. They are not themselves. And you will be harmed. Your growth will be stunted. Not in a physical sense, but in a mental sense. You're not going to develop into the flower you want to be. You're going to develop into the apple tree they want you to be. Take care, everyone.